let's look at the data. Yeah, we have been kind of fortunate. Here are the past 25 years. Very few hurricanes came close to us. In fact, there has been a big lull in storms for the past 10 years in general, with very few large hurricanes actually forming or causing any major damage anywhere, not just us. Also, it is true that being located between other islands helps. Every time a storm forms, it often gets them first, and by the time it arrives here, it either weakened or deviated or got torn apart by the wind shear above our island. So far, this year has been similar. It's not to say that we don't get hit. I mean, just last year, a major hurricane struck Haiti, causing damage that is, well, still not healed. So while we have been statistically fortunate, it's only compared to everyone else, for now. So what are the chances of us being hit by a big one? Well, it's not so much of an if, but of a when. Humanity has entered what some scientists propose as the Anthropocene. Over the past 100 years or so, the planet entered this epoch of change, marked by how humans are changing the face of the planet. We may call it technological advancement, but it's not a good thing really, not for the planet, because everything is getting worse. And it seems that for the most part, it's our fault. Not just hurricanes, but floods and earthquakes in one place after another, and all kinds of natural disasters have become less, well, natural. Now, regardless if you want to believe in climate change or not, the world is getting warmer. And that means two things. One, water levels are rising as the ice melts, making storm surges stronger. And two, more moisture is being absorbed into the atmosphere, making storms wetter. By the way, while we had all these hurricanes in the Caribbean, there were also pretty nasty typhoons in the Pacific and some of the worst monsoons in Asia, so this is happening everywhere.
But the levels of the Nile River were extremely high. In fact, the highest in 100 years.
And according to scientific studies, it's only going to get worse.
As the ocean gets warmer, which it is getting, it expands. Water gets, the molecules spread apart. And then as the sea surface is warmer, more water evaporates. And so it's very reasonable that these storms are connected to these big effects.
So while we may not necessarily see more hurricanes, we will see more severe hurricanes, bringing with them the real killer, more water. That means we know this: future storms will cause a lot more harm.
I worry that we might not be able to recover from this because all our greatest cities are on the oceans and water's edges. And as storms kick in, as water levels rise, they are the first to go. This is happening faster than our ability to respond.
The fact that we haven't had any bigger storms in recent years is actually a bad thing. It has caused complacency. We're all very good at ignoring things that are inconvenient to us and that we don't really want to think about. The possibility of a disaster has become distant to us. Disaster? Yeah, that's a terrible thing, but fortunately that doesn't happen to us. Just to other people. People we don't know. What happened and is happening in Puerto Rico needs to be a lesson for us.
Hurricane Maria slamming into the island, and as you heard, one official saying the island is destroyed.
Tonight, Maria's direct hit devastating Puerto Rico. The first Category 4 storm to strike Puerto Rico in 85 years.
Despite knowing days in advance, many people refused to take Maria seriously and did not make preparations. A storm like the one that hit Puerto Rico would easily set our country back 30 or 50 years. Again, the issue is not if, but when. We will get hit in the near future, as early as next week even, or next season. Each one of us needs to get ready and prepared, mentally as well as physically.